I brought this pretty flower because I wanted to tell you a story. And I didn't make up the story. You probably already know this story, but it's a very disturbing story. And I'll tell you why it disturbs me so much when I'm done with the story. But the story is like a Sunday school story. And they tell this story to little kids in Sunday school. And the story is about a little girl who was like this flower. And she was beautiful and innocent. And somebody came to her and said, "You should give your life to Jesus because you are so innocent and beautiful. And God could really use your innocence and your beauty." Well, the little girl, she didn't really care. She just wanted to go outside and play, right? So she went outside and played. And a few years later, she's a teenager, very enthusiastic about life and excited about everything. And somebody came to her and said, "You know what? God could really use somebody like you, enthusiastic and just, you just put your all into everything." And she looked at that person and went, "Whatever." So that's what teenagers say, right? Whatever. So a few years later, she's a soccer mom, taking her kids to school, going to work, cleaning her house, all these things that soccer moms have to do, ballet practice, cheerleader practice, whatever. And somebody says, "You know, you really should turn your life over to Jesus because you're somebody that God could really use." She's like, "You know, I am too busy. I cannot put one more thing on my plate. And one more thing, forget it. I can't do that." So, the way the story goes is you show the kid the flower and say, "Is this all you want to give Jesus? Shouldn't you give Jesus your life when you're young and you have a lot to give him?" That really bothers me. I find that story really disturbing, especially since I'm part of the over the hill crowd now. And this is what I have. This is all I have. But God looks at us like we look at our children. Now my baby is turning 25 next month. And she's not as cute or as innocent as she was when she was 1, but I love her just as much. She's not as enthusiastic, and I don't think she's cleaned my house since she moved out 5 years ago, so she's not very useful anymore. But I don't love her any less. And if you're part of that over the hill gang and you're just now thinking about giving your life to God, I just think, well, it's less time for you to screw it up, right? But maybe your life looks like this now, and you're not as innocent as you used to be, not as good looking. You're not as enthusiastic as you used to be about things, and maybe you're not so useful anymore. And you wonder, is that door still open to you? Is that door still open at all? Can I still ask Jesus in my heart? Can I still do that? Well, I don't know if that door's still open, because the handle's on your side. There's a verse in the Bible where Jesus says, "I'm standing at the door and I'm knocking. And if any man will open that door, I will come in." See, handle's on your side. So, what are you waiting for? Open the door.